As managers move towards integration of supply chain, substantial efficiencies are possible. The cycle of materials as they flow from suppliers to production to warehousing to distribution and finally to the customer, it takes place among separate and often very independent organizations. It can lead to actions that may not optimize the entire chain. On the other hand, the supply chain is full of opportunities. It can reduce waste and it can also enhance value. We now look at some of the significant issues and opportunities. There are three critical issues that complicate the performance and efficiency of supply chain. Number one, local optimization. Number two, incentives. And number three, large lots. We are going to discuss each of these in detail. Number one is local optimization. Members of the supply chain may focus on their own profits or reducing the cost or the immediate cost based on their own limited knowledge. Slight upturns in demand are overcompensated because no one wants to be caught short. Similarly, slight downturns are overcompensated because no one wants to be caught holding excess inventory. So fluctuations are magnified. For instance, a pasta distributor does not want to run out of pasta for its retail customers. The natural response to an extra large order from the retailer is to compensate with an even larger order to the manufacturer on the assumption that retail sales are picking up. Neither the distributor nor the manufacturer knows that the retailer had a major one-time promotion that moved a lot of pasta. Number two are incentives. This includes sales incentives, quantity discounts, promotions, and quotas. Incentives push merchandise into the chain for sales that have not occurred. This generates fluctuations that are ultimately expensive to all members of the chain. Number three are large lots. There's often a bias towards large lots because it reduces the overall unit cost. So a logistic manager wants to ship large lots, preferably in full trucks, and a production manager wants long production runs. Both actions drive down unit shipping and production cost, but they often increase holding cost and fail to reflect actual sales. All these three factors contribute to the bullwhip effect. What is the bullwhip effect? Bullwhip effect is the increasing fluctuation in orders that can occur as orders move through the supply chain. Orders are relayed from retailers to distributors to wholesalers to manufacturers, with fluctuations increasing at each step in the sequence. The bullwhip fluctuations in the supply chain increase the cost associated with inventory, transportation, shipping, and receiving, while it also decreases the overall customer service and profitability. After discussing the three key issues in an integrated supply chain, we are now going to discuss 10 opportunities that an efficient supply chain management brings. Number one, accurate pull data. Accurate pull data are generated by sharing, number one, the point of sales information so that each member of the chain can schedule effectively. And number two, computer assisted ordering. Then comes lot size reduction. Lot sizes are reduced through aggressive management. This may include developing economical shipments, providing discounts based on total annual volume rather than size of individual shipments. Number three, reducing the cost of ordering through techniques such as standing orders and various forms of electronic purchasing. Number three is single stage control of replenishment. It means that designating a member in the chain as responsible for monitoring and managing inventory in the supply chain based on the pull from the end user. This approach removes distorted information and multiple forecasts that create the bullwhip effect. Number four, vendor managed inventory. It means that the use of a local supplier, it usually is a distributor, to maintain inventory for the manufacturer or retailer. The supplier delivers directly to the purchasers using department rather than to a receiving dock or a stock room. Then comes collaborative planning, forecasting, and replenishment. CPFR. As was the case with single stage control and vendor managed inventory, CPFR is another effort to manage inventory in the supply chain. Members of the supply chain share planning, demand, forecasting, and inventory information. Blanket orders are unfulfilled orders with a vendor and are also called open orders or incomplete orders. A blanket order is a contract to purchase certain items from a vendor. It is not an authorization to ship anything. Shipment is made only on receipt of an agreed on document, perhaps a shipping requisition or shipment release. Then comes standardization. The purchasing department should make special efforts to increase levels of standardization. That is, rather than obtaining a variety of similar components with labeling, coloring, packaging, or perhaps even slightly different engineering specifications, the purchasing agent should try to have those components standardized. Postponement. Postponement withholds any modification or customization to the product as long as possible. The concept is to minimize the internal variety while maximizing external variety. Then comes electronic ordering and fund transfer. These are traditional approaches to speeding transactions and reducing paperwork. Transactions between firms often use electronic data interchange, which is a standardized data transmittal format for computerized communications between organizations. And number 10 is drop shipping and special packaging. Drop shipping means the supplier will ship directly to the end consumer rather than to the seller, saving both time and reshipping cost. Other cost saving measures include the use of special packaging, labels, and optimal placement of labels and barcodes on containers.